What's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? Lakers win tonight's game with a final score of 137 to 130 against the Indiana Pacers. Let's go and hop into the box score right quick, guys. Let's get into that real quick, man, before we hop into y'all's questions and comments. As y'all coming into the live stream, man, y'all be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. It really helps out the channel, guys, and let's go and hop into it, man. So, interesting game tonight. We got a couple things to get into. To start off, though, once again, no Marcus Smart, no Rui Hachimura, no DeAndre Ayton tonight as well. So you was missing two starters. You was missing one of your main rotational players, and Rui Hachimura, and also Dude Thiero didn't play either. Somebody else was out too, right? I thought we had 5 guys out, or was it 4? Never mind. It was Rui, Ayton. Yeah, it was Rui, Ayton, Thiero, and Marcus Smart. So none of those guys tonight. So you had to start Jake LaRavia once again. And I want to give a major shout out to Jake LaRavia, man. Tonight's game, he had 4 steals in this game. And he was absolutely huge in the first couple minutes of the game, getting steals, getting deflections, helping the Lakers get out and run and forcing turnovers on the Indiana Pacers. He had 4 steals in this game. He had 1 block as well. And I think he had a couple more poking the ball out from the other players. And somebody else got the ball, so it counted as steals for the other players. But he really got probably 5 or 6 steals in this game. So shout out Jake LaRavia. I know a lot of people have been questioning him why he's been starting and things of that nature. But when Marcus Smart doesn't play and Rui doesn't play, I think he is the next person in line to be in the starting lineup. Because, he was starting a major portion of the season at the beginning of the year when LeBron was out, and then when Austin Reeves went out, you had LaRavia really jumping into the starting lineup and playing pretty good, overall. So shout out Jake, man. He was huge in this game. LeBron tonight, man, oh my God, can my mans get a foul call in the first half? I mean, it's at this point, it's insane how he just does not get foul calls. I'm sorry. It's crazy. But 9 of 17 from the field tonight, 23 points, 5 out of 5 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. He was 1 assist and 1 rebound away from getting a triple-double. Weird situation at the end of the game. The Lakers were up by 14, 15 points with 3 minutes left. JJ took LeBron and Reeves out of the game because obviously we thought the game was over. But the Indiana Pacers are so weird. They are such a weird team, bro. Y'all have the worst record in the NBA. Now, granted, the Pacers would not have the worst record in the league if they were actually playing their starters and their main guys the whole season. If Pascal Siakam, Andrew Nembhard, Obi Toppin, Aaron Nesmith, if these guys were not injured and didn't play for most of the season, the Pacers have a much better record. They've went games this season where Jarris Walker has been the go-to guy. You know what I'm saying? With Jarris Walker is a nice player, but he's not good enough to be the go-to guy, obviously. So the Pacers are such a weird team, in my opinion, because they are 16 and 57, and they might be 16 and 58 now. Actually, I'm sorry, they're 16 and 57. They have the worst record in the NBA. Why are y'all playing y'all starters when y'all just won a game last game against the Orlando Magic? Y'all should be trying to tank. Why are y'all trying to play y'all starters against the Lakers and trying to actually beat the Lakers? That makes no sense to me as a franchise, as an organization. Why are you trying to win games at this point of the season? You're not getting into the playoffs. You're not getting into the play-in. It's 10 games left. You're projected to get the #1 pick in the draft next year. You're going to get a top 4 pick. Why are you trying to win games? The Pacers are so weird, and that's the reason why. Now, I do think they're going to be good next season once Halliburton comes back, once Zubac is healthy. Next season, and they're gonna have a top 4 pick, top 5 pick most likely in the NBA draft. So I think they're gonna be really, really good next year. They're probably gonna be the best team in the Eastern Conference and one of the best teams in the league. So the Indiana Pacers are gonna be good next year. But this season, that was just a weird situation for me just to look at. I don't know what they were trying to do. Marco, what's good, man? What's up, D Hawkins, what's good? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? But yeah, bro, it was a very weird game tonight, man. I thought the Lakers were gonna win this game pretty handily. And they did most of the game. They were up there. At one point, they was up by I think they was up by 27 or something like that. But the Pacers, they continued to play extremely hard even when the Lakers kind of took their foot off the gas. But once again, Jackson Hayes tonight with no DeAndre Ayton, 21 points, 10 rebounds. He also had 2 steals and 2 blocks as well. Shout out Jackson, man. if we can get the Aiden that has been playing as of late, like very, very good, if we can get him alongside, like, now I know Jackson isn't going to get 21 and 10 every game, but the way he was playing tonight, if we can get both versions of these guys at the same time, the Lakers will be in a phenomenal position when it comes to the center spot. I ain't going to say a phenomenal position, but they'll be in a very good position to where, like, that should be a position that you shouldn't have to worry about going into the postseason and in the playoffs. If you can get both versions of these guys playing at the same time, Jackson coming off the bench, DeAndre Ayton having that high motor, getting rebounds, getting tip-ins, setting good screens, playing physical, finishing around the rim. Jackson Hayes blocking shots, not fouling when players go to the hole, going vertical with your athleticism. If you can get these versions of both of the centers that's on the Lakers, you will be in a good spot going into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, because obviously the center position was the most questionable decision. Position going into the playoffs last year. Okay. Hayes has been impressive for real. He's been impressive. Once again, Luka Doncic, another MVP performance. 43 points, 15 of 30 from the field. That's 50% from the field. 4 of 11 from the 3-point line. 9 of 10 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 turnovers. He did have 5 turnovers. A couple of those were trying to like draw fouls and go up and shoot the shot, and they don't call a foul. And the Pacers get the ball on like a steal, right? But Luka Kennard, he was very good in the first half, especially in the first quarter when he subbed in. He had 8 quick points off the bench. Shout out Bronny James. Bronny came in the game, and I felt like, you know, when he was playing in the fourth quarter, when Indiana was kind of making a run, he made a shot in the fourth quarter around the free throw line, a little jump shot, a little pull-up jump shot he made, that kind of like killed the momentum of the Pacers, if you will. But Bronny played good tonight. I felt like mainly defensively he was pretty good. Maxey came in, played physical. He did miss 2 free throws. Our centers are so inconsistent at the free throw line, bro. Hopefully that don't cost us in the playoffs. But Jared Vanderbilt, obviously, you know, he came in the game. He had some energy as well, and he really hit 2 threes. Well, they said one of them he had his foot on the line. So overall, great team win tonight. I don't care how much the Lakers won by. I don't care. They've won 10 of their last 11 games, and right now they should be on an 11-game win streak. So they've been playing phenomenal basketball. I'm not complaining about how they won this game, even though they kind of did let the Pacers get back into the game. But that's because they really took their foot off the gas. The Lakers been playing a lot of road games as of late. I know they're tired. They had guys out tonight. So, you know, when you're playing against a team like this that's trying extremely hard especially in the fourth quarter, kind of when you take your foot off the gas, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to figure out a way to win the game. And that's what they did. So, shout out to the Lakers for winning tonight's game. And shout out to the role players. And obviously, it was a great team win, man. At some point, y'all, we're going to have to talk about why the referees just don't want to call fouls on LeBron. Because I think, and I mean, like, these aren't like foul baiting fouls. It's like he's going to the hole strong and he gets hacked or he gets hit and they just don't call a foul. Y'all let me know about that, man. How y'all feel about that? I need to know something. Because am I over exaggerating on this, or is this getting on y'all's nerve as well? And as y'all coming in chat, y'all be sure to drop a like. We got like 13 viewers in the chat right now, and we only got 3 likes. Y'all be sure to drop a like, guys. That pushes the stream out to more people. As y'all coming in, y'all be sure to drop a like on the stream for me, please. Y'all let me know about that, man. How y'all feel about that? But how y'all feel about that, man? Am I over exaggerating, or what was y'all's biggest emphasis on tonight's game? I do think that tonight's game was probably the hardest one that you're gonna have to play over the next couple games that you play. I don't think Washington or Brooklyn is as good as Indiana, especially when Indiana is actually playing some of their starters. Pascal Siakam, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, like, you know, these guys are good basketball players. Am I over exaggerating, or what was y'all's Washington, unless they play Trae Young and Anthony Davis, I mean, they should be a pretty good, you know, that should be a pretty winnable game. game.
That you're gonna have to play over the next couple games that you play.
So
I don't think Washington or Brooklyn is as good as.
Then on top of that, you going back home to finish off these last couple games before you hop right back into some competition against.
These guys are good basketball players. Am I over exaggerating or what would y'all? Washington, unless they play Trae Young and Anthony Davis, I mean, they should be a pretty good.
Play against some really good competition in Cleveland and OKC. OKC right now they're losing. They just lost. Actually, they just lost to the Boston Celtics. So this is good because they're gonna have to play games towards the end of the season. They're going to have to play games going up until the end of the season because San Antonio continues to win. San Antonio is trying to get the #1 seed in the Western Conference. So if they continue to win, then OKC is going to have to continue to try to play and win games. And they'll play against Denver at the end of the season, which could help us, right? And then especially if we end up beating OKC in a couple games. I think we play against them next week and then we play against them again towards the end of the season. So all right,
San Antonio
back on track. Who cares how close it got at the end? They were never going to lose. I felt the same way. I felt the same way. I never felt like the Lakers were going to win, no matter how close the game got. And yeah, man, shout out to the Lakers guys for winning that game because, like I said, like you said, D Hawkins, it doesn't matter, bro, because at the end of the day, as long as you finish the game off with a win, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how much you win by this game. Literally, this is just a game you could not lose. And the Lakers got the job done. And they was winning. They was dominating the whole game for the most part. And Tatum ended the game with 19 points. That's a joke.
And like you said, D Hawkins, it doesn't matter, bro, because at the end of the day, as long as you finish the game off with a win, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how much you win by this game. Literally, this is just a game you could not lose.
Hayes has been impressive for sure. Jake the Snake, yeah, Jake was good tonight for sure.
That's a joke.
The refs have been extremely weird the last couple games. Ever since was that the Orlando game? I think it was. I think it was the Orlando game. They have been extremely weird, man, for like the last couple games. The Marcus Smart play, the reason why he's injured and out right now, that was a weird play. I'm like, bro, how in the hell is that a technical foul on, or what they call it, flagrant or technical? I can't remember. But they called the foul on Marcus Smart when he's on the ground. And Goga Batazier flops and falls on his leg. And that's the reason why Marcus is out right now. Now, I do think that Marcus will be fine to come back when they play against Cleveland. Maybe he might come back. I think they play against Washington next game. Or they might play Brooklyn. Let's look at the schedule right quick. I don't know if they play against Washington or Brooklyn next game. I can't remember. But not this next game, but Marcus might play. Okay, so they play against Brooklyn on Friday, and then Monday they play against. So that's a good little amount of rest. They have 2 days in between games. Now, I cannot stand when the NBA has back-to-back games, and they put the better team on the second night of a back-to-back. Now, in this Washington game, the Lakers are going to have to try to come out and handle business early so the starters won't have to play in the fourth quarter. And I think you'll be able to get a little bit more rest going into the Cleveland game. But it's a good thing you're not traveling either. Home back-to-backs are much better than road back-to-backs. Always. Because you get to go home and sleep in your bed and stuff like that, and then you can just drive back to the arena the next day. You know what I'm saying? So those are always better, in my opinion, than a road back-to-back. And when you got to travel 4-5 hours and play against a team the next night. That's why that Miami win was so impressive. You had a hard-fought battle against the Houston Rockets, which was a much more important game. And all of the Lakers starters, or the stars, Luka, Austin, and LeBron, were questionable going into this game. And they all gutted out and playing that game less than 24 hours of the Houston game, and they win that game. So, and Luka had a 60 ball, which was crazy.
You had a hard-fought battle against the Houston Rockets.
Refs suck this year, bro. I have such a huge problem with the referees because the way that they can dictate a game, the way that they can dictate a game, chat, and nobody it's like nobody holds them accountable. You know what I'm saying? They have so many mistakes. I think that me personally, when a referee misses calls,
I have such a huge
and
problem with the referees.
you have the coaches challenge the calls. If the coaches challenges, if they get like 2 of them in the game and both of them are correct, the referees should somehow get punished. Or the other team, the team that challenges and get both of the challenges correct, they should get an additional challenge. If you continuously get calls right when you challenge, you should get another challenge. You shouldn't run out because the referees are making mistakes. Like that never has made sense to me. Why am I don't care how much it does slow down the game. The referees should get most of the calls right. It's 3 of them on the court and they're professionals at their job. How are y'all continuously getting these calls wrong? You know what I'm saying? Or if not, I'm not saying you got to get every call right, but at the same time, at least call the game the same on both sides of the ball. No matter who the player is, no matter how strong they are, no matter how small they are, call the game consistently on both sides, and you will have less bickering and fussing from all the players. You'll have less of it. I'm not going to say you're going to have none at all, because some players are going to complain no matter what, but you will have less of it, right? If the referees were... Oh, you hear an echo?
No matter who the player is, no matter how strong they are.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how small.
My bad, bro. My bad. Yeah, it was an echo. That's my fault. I had it unmuted on one of my other browsers. My fault. But yeah, I'm glad you said something, bro. Thank you. But yeah. My bad, Chad. Yeah, that was my fault. I muted it. Y'all shouldn't hear it no more. Let me know if y'all still can hear it. Let me see. It should be good now. I muted it on the other browser. It's good now. Okay, cool. That's my fault. I had it unmuted on another browser. My bad, bro. But yeah, that's just how I feel about the referees. Who do you want as a first round matchup, and how far do you see us going? I don't really have a preference. I don't really have a preference. I'll answer the question. If I had a preference, it probably would be Houston because of their lack of shooting and because of their lack of like playmaking from the perimeter positions. I probably would go Houston. That's probably who I would prefer. But at the same time, regardless, bro, it's going to be tough because, excuse me, chat. Either way it goes, it's going to be tough, bro, because all of the teams in the Western Conference are so good. Like all of the playoff, even Phoenix. Phoenix is good. They should have beat the Denver Nuggets last night in that game in Phoenix last night. They should have won that game. You know what I'm saying? Like Phoenix is a really good team, and they have not been healthy all season. Once they get Dillon Brooks back, and they have Grayson Allen, and they have Devin Booker and Mark Williams, like they're missing 2 starters right now. They don't have Mark Williams or Dillon Brooks, and they're playing extremely competitive basketball. Now, they have been losing a lot as of late, but they have been extremely competitive in most of the games without some of their main guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Grayson Allen just came back. Royce O'Neal just came back last night. They don't have Dillon Brooks, who has been great for them this season, even though I don't like Dillon Brooks. He still has been very good for them this season. Like, and who else? Mark Williams. Mark Williams has been very good, especially defensively this season. So, all of the teams in the Western Conference that are like in playoff contention, even the Clippers, like all of them are good. You know what I'm saying? So it really doesn't matter. But if I had a preference, I probably would go Houston. And I really do see, I can see the Lakers going to at least the conference finals. I really can. Like, I think the biggest challenges are going to be OKC and San Antonio. That's what I think. I genuinely think that. I think that you can beat Denver. I think that you can beat Minnesota. And I definitely think you can beat Houston. But San Antonio and OKC they're going to be a problem. But can you beat those teams? Yes, 100%. But it's not going to be easy to beat them. All right. It's up to the owners who control the league to check the refs. They are out of control. They change up rules with the quickness against players. Exactly. Like the rules are consistently like the same with every single referee crew. And that's like you've heard that from multiple NBA players in different interviews and all of these things. That's how you know it's true. When you heard it from different actual players, even stars, like you've heard it from their POVs, different players' POVs, and they say the same exact thing all the time about the referees. Like, you know how different they have different referee crews in different games? They say that they ref differently, and it shouldn't be like that. They're all NBA refs. They should be taught the same rules and to ref the rules the same. That's how the players go off the rule book. Like some games they can't get away with stepping 4 times before they go up for a layup, and in some games, you know what I'm saying, consistently. You know, you can't do that every single time. You might get away with it once. You might get away with it once or twice in the game, but you're not going to get away with it consistently throughout the game as a player. You're not going to be able to consistently do that, right? And just change up the rules of how the game works in some games. It has to be the same every single game. No matter who the player is, or from the referee's perspective, no matter who the referee and crew is, it should be the same every single game. No matter who the crew is. You said low-key Jaylen Brown should be talked about more in MVP conversations, just on Shea and be OKC. Yeah, I mean, actually, he's talked about a lot in the MVP conversations. But I do think the race is between Luka and Shea right now. I don't think it's between, at one point of the season, I think Jaylen Brown was up there. But right now, I don't think so, no. But I mean, that's a good point, you know, because he did just clearly outplay Shea and won the game against a healthy OKC team. OKC is healthy now. They got J-Dub, they got Chet, they got Hardenstein, they got AJ Mitchell coming off the bench, they got Jared McCain, like they got all their guys. They got Case and Wallace. They had their team, and they just went into Boston and lost. And, you know, Boston has their team for the most part. They don't have Vucevic, but they still have their starters. So, yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from. Now, me personally, I don't think that Jaylen Brown should be, like, leading the MVP race or nothing like that, but I think he definitely is in the conversation for sure. Wemby is underrated? Underrated? How? What you mean? Wemby not underrated? I mean, Wemby's not underrated, bro. Yeah. But yeah, Wemby is not. It's not gonna be a long post game show tonight, yet, because obviously, you know, this wasn't like a crazy game or nothing like that. This was like just like a straightforward game that the Lakers had to win in this one. But it's always good to get a dub, especially like with the way the Lakers been playing as of late, especially with the way that they're injured right now too. But really the low key chat, the Lakers should be on like an 11-game win streak. Or should it be? Yeah, they should be on an 11-game win streak. Oh, Atlanta beat Detroit in overtime. Interesting. Jalen Johnson had a great game. CJ McCollum, he been playing good, man. Remember I was telling y'all, chat, if he got bought out, I would love him on the Lakers. He been playing good. Imagine CJ McCollum off the bench. Imagine CJ McCollum off the bench for our team. Gabe Vincent had 8 points off the bench in 11 minutes. Okay, Gabe. Oh, that's funny. Dennis Jenkins, okay, 19 and 10. Okay, Dennis Jenkins, he had 6 turnovers, but the other night against us, though, he shot 4 out of 5 from 3. That was really the difference in the game. And tonight he shot 1 of 6. Duncan Robinson shot the hell out of the ball tonight. Shout out Duncan Robinson. I was talking crazy about him last game, so definitely got to give him credit for that. Jameer Watkins got 5 points. Dang, bro. Washington is... Bro, Angel Reese, brother, really be going crazy, chat. Angel Reese's brother really be going stupid. He got a double-double in the first half. He's played well in every single game he's played that I've seen. I mean, he's played really, really good. You think Wemby should be leading the MVP race? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, for me, at least. I don't think. If the MVP race? Nah, I don't think so. But when it comes to Defensive Player of the Year, 100%. But you remember how good the Spurs were playing this year when Wemby didn't play? Like, you remember that early in the year? They were playing really, really good without Wemby, without him. And then when he came back, he was coming off the bench and they still was playing good. Now, he was contributing, don't get me wrong, but they were playing so good early in the season without him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should matter. When we consider MVP, we need to look at how good the teams are playing without the guy that's considered to be the most valuable player. Most valuable player to a team it's like it's losing its definition. And I'm not just talking about you, Marco. I'm just saying in general, like, a lot of people don't really consider that when they look at the MVP award. It's not always just about the numbers and the team record. You know, obviously that matters a lot, but you gotta take into consideration a lot of different things, especially when it's this close, in my opinion. I don't really think that nobody, I thought last year, I thought Shea should have won probably unanimous. I didn't think it was close last season. With the way that OKC was the number 1 seed, how many wins they were up on the next team in the Western Conference, and then on top of that, how good Shea was playing and really carrying the Thunder last season, in my opinion. Like, I thought he was carrying the hell out of the Thunder last season, more than he is this year. And I don't, I think they probably won a couple games without him, but it wasn't like it was this year. Damn, KD 1 for 7. What the hell? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I cannot stand Şengün. How are you the only player on this? Like, how are you the only player in the starting five to not get a rebound? Come on, bro. All right, chat. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night, y'all. It really wasn't much to talk about for this game. But we will be back again Friday for to Friday night's game against the Wizards. I wouldn't mind if the Lakers sat out some guys in that game, some of the main guys, but maybe they won't. Maybe they'll continue trying to play hard and trying to keep these wins going and continue to build the chemistry. So we'll see. If you blowing everybody out, it really don't matter. You can rest in the fourth quarter. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night, y'all. I will be back again on Friday. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Great win tonight. Go Lake Show.